Hi, hello everybody. My name is Dragonfly, and today I know I'm not in a usual outfit. Usually I have like a full shirt on, but I went running earlier today, and there's a Maverick not too far up ahead that way, and I was dead. But here's the thing: it's gonna be a lot worse here, maybe in the next couple weeks, because when school starts, they actually have weights, and there's also gonna be, I think it was cross country that I'll be doing, so that way it's longer but also slower runs. Because for the Spartan race, you need to have upper body strength, but mostly it's cardiovascular stuff. So it's more like the breathing, the how far you could run thing, which is why I recently just started running. So I'm still a little bit sore. I'm everything but pantsless today because that's the reason. Another thing is, I'll short tomorrow. Here's a new thing that's going to be happening. I'm going to start doing stop motion animation with clay, which is going to be a little bit more unusual than you think because I don't have anything special for it. So tomorrow, I don't know when, I'm going to be bringing my money, and my dad actually has a few couple dollars left over for whatever. So I'm going to be I'm not dead, and I'm just this is a shirt. It's just tank top basically. Yeah, hang on, let me shut my closet door because I always hated looking like into a camera and seeing a closet door behind you. As much as I hate porcelain dolls. Anyway, so I'll be start doing animations, and then when school starts, I might not be as active on PlayStation, but I will still keep you updated during these live streams where I'm about to go for a run. I'm not gonna be doing much. Um, but that's kind of the idea is because I've been doing a lot of gaming stuff lately. I feel like it's nice to have a break, maybe do a little bit of exercise, maybe work on strength and stuff because I'm not really strengthful at all. Like there's no muscle in there. So I will start doing weights, and then when it comes to around the time of the Spartan race, you will see less and less videos from me because I will be doing a couple different things. Um, but I'm no muscle man, but I can do certain weight limits because there's like a huge fan right here, like an industrial fan right here. I'm not tasty. I'm not like a chicken or anything. Anyway, so that's the idea. But the next Spartan race that I'll be doing will be like next year. I wanted to do this, sometime in the future, but way back when my dad first did a couple of Spartan races, they have like medals, and if you constantly do them, they give you more and more, and it's awesome. It's lovely. But here's the thing: there's two different kinds of competitions. There's the younger kid one, which means there are less, obstacles like they do in the actual Spartan race. Because in the actual Spartan race, which is like adult to I guess around my age, will be like crawling under barbed wire, going to freezing water, and I guess my dad did it around May, and it's sometime next year. I guess I'm guessing around May, and that'll be the closest one to us, I guess. But it's a huge race. I'll have to see if my dad will do anything to help me out a little bit here and kind of help me describe this to you guys because he still has his medals. Like I can tell you, he still has them. I've seen them before because when I was younger, I was just like, wow, I want to do this someday. But the first run that I did was like I can't remember. It was quite a long run. After that, I was truly dying, but that was way back when I was a little bit younger. But I'm a lot older. I'm 15, and this is gonna be a little bit different for me because now I'm gonna be kind of exercising on upper body strength because I'm pretty sure that a lot of it is upper body strength, but a lot of it is running as well and keeping that steady, pace going because in the entire race there's obstacles and you have to complete them. And I'm pretty sure you have to have a partner, but if so, I'm pretty sure my dad will volunteer or someone else will. I don't know, but it's weird because the fact is like there's like younger kid ones and then there's guys who will do it solo or something like that. Because my dad, I don't think had a partner, but I could be wrong. But here's the thing: when I start doing the Spartan race, it's gonna be a little bit different. I might be a little less active trying to recover because a lot of that training is like barbed wire, and I'll even show you afterwards what it does to you. Well, you don't have to show me empathy because this isn't something I'm willing to doing willingly, which again is crawling under barbed wire into freezing temperatures, also ruining a lot of clothes. So I might wear maybe something weird, but they give you like a number and stuff like that. So they do basically everything that normal races do, but then they make it so it was bad and just really militarized, I guess. So that's like a lot of army crawling, which hence why the barbed wire is there. There's also one where you have to go underwater, climb under or over something, and then get out, and then keep going. but they don't stop for a long time. Like you can bring water, I'm pretty sure, but they do have stations where they give you like water or something like that, so that way you can rehydrate or something like that. I can't remember, but it's a really long run, so you'd have to drink a lot of water and everything. So it's a large competition though, because there's at least some people who might incapacitate during this time period. Um, Also, another thing, my PS4 is a little bit wonky. Their PSN is updating recently. It's gonna take until 10, and it's not even 10 yet where I live. Gamer told me that you died. I didn't die. I was close, but I was dying in a way because I tried doing a couple different things today, and when I got back from my run, everything my dad, because earlier it wasn't working because of the storm, I'm guessing, but then they had to go do maintenance, is what I looked at. Because I went to check it again after my dad was done playing, and it was just like maintenance till 10 to 10:30, so I might be up around then. I'm not too sure. But as soon as like school starts, I'm going to be doing a lot of that. And like I said, next year in May, and actually, yeah, you idiot, don't you ever die on me again. Well, I mean, it's not easy, especially when you're trying to get back into running, because that's a lot of your cardiovascular and breathing systems trying to go through. And I haven't ran in a really long time. Like, I haven't run, I haven't done anything upper body wise, which is why I'm a little bit flabby. There's a flab there, but not really. Like, just fix the camera. This is me. I'm actually, like, I'm thin for how much I eat, but I still have a little bit of fat, but doing a lot of this will kind of help me, and I'll burn away a little bit of the fat and everything else, as well as maybe keep a steady pace there. Snivy. Anyway, so I'm gonna start doing stop motion. I have like two applications that I might use. I'll try both of them. I'll see what ends up better. I'll try and post them on my channel. So if you guys are interested, I'll try my best. Or I might make an entirely differently channel based off of stop motion or something like that. Or I could have Alien and I do that because he likes to do these things too. He can animate on his computer. I could do the actual processing of making stop motion. But like I said, I'm gonna make some clay over there. I'll have to make like a backdrop or something. I'll figure something out. But for the most part, I have a lot of spare materials, so I can use like broken binders, something like that, to make a little couple of things. Definitely say that again, Snivy. Anyway, so I actually do have an old binder here. I haven't used it in a while, and actually this was used for my first Pokemon stuff. That was something that I got at the place where I used to do Pokemon leagues. I guess what I could do is I could take off a lot of the plastic here and probably cut it up a little bit, and I could use this for something eventually. So I guess I could use this for some backdrops. I'll just have to remove a lot of this, so that's gonna be a lot more painful. Or I could use it for building structures, so I can make like smaller buildings if I'm doing like overhead views or something like that. I don't know yet, but we'll see what we can do. But I don't have a whole lot of materials that I can use for sure, other than paper, sometimes plastic. I can cut this up, I guess, because this isn't ever going to be used, I don't think. And it's heavy duty, and it says guaranteed 1 year. But I think, since I don't have a backdrop, I would need to figure out a way to make a backdrop without having an issue of plastic or anything. So maybe just even a large cardboard box, something. You are pure mercy, son. Anyway, so I don't know how I'm gonna do the animation styles yet, so I'll try a couple different things because as stop motion goes, you kind of have to go frame by second. So basically, doing this would be a lot slower. So doing that as a stop motion would be really hard because a stop motion is literally just frame per second, and that's like how your games are like, oh yeah, we're like this, but actually what it is just that's actually how some movies are made, such as let's say The Corpse Bride, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Those movies are actually based off of stop motion animation. Same thing with The Box Trolls. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Um, but that's kind of what it is. It's kind of like, oh yeah, we'll just do this frame per second. So like a simple running animation or a lifting arm that takes several frames, and that could take like hours or something like that. So I might try and make a short production, maybe like, hi, this is fake production. I'm gonna try and make this a little bit interesting. I might add some vocals. If not, I'll make little text signs that he can hold. Like, I'll make it so it's like this or something like that. I might try to make my actual character as Jake Lava into this, because we're going to get modding clay, because then I could use it for whatever purposes I need to use it for. I was playing in Jeff for 2 hours and I got stuck on a puzzle. Oh yeah, I saw you were live streaming on Undertale. But yeah, so I'll be doing animations like that for a little while. By tomorrow, I don't know when we're gonna start that production, but Alien, if you want, you can help me out with this. Lovely. But yeah, that's kind of the thing here is the fact that I'm going to be doing stop motion. I need to figure out like bases and stuff like that I can use, such as like different terrains. Now I do have terrain outside, but I can't really use that. So I guess what I could do is I think there's a way I can do this without ruining pavement and a lot of the clay that I have to use. Um, it's like heating plastic to maybe make it form into the terrain, and I could paint it to look like terrain, and I can use that to my advantage as to make that happen, as well as maybe get sky views or something like that, something like that. But those are simple things that can be waited for now. Later tomorrow, I will try and remember how to do stop motion animation because there was actually a thing that I used way back when. Well, yeah, tomorrow is when I have to go get the stuff, and that'll be tomorrow. But now, let me tell you why I used to do stop motion animation. Now, I'm not going to use any of this originally. This entire cup actually has these things. These are stick bots. They are used for stop motion animation, and they're the same concept, but they were a little bit trickier to use because, well, you can't, sometimes they'll glitch out. So, like, doing this a certain amount of times will actually move the other arm. No, I'm not touching the arm at all. Look, look. This is the only arm I'm touching. Okay, I'm going to steady the body because you guys can see this. Yeah, stick bots. It's another product that I've seen before, but there was a lot of things that we used during this time. What about robots? That's what it is. It's basically a recording bot. So there was a specific app that you had to have for this, and you just make simple animations. I did use these eventually on my channel, but they didn't do so well, so I deleted them, and I cannot bring them back. But the thing was, it was on a Stickbot application, which you had to get on your phone, and I had it on this phone, and I had it on a couple of different other phones, but I never really used it that much, so I didn't use it. But nowadays, I feel like, if I did stop motion like it is properly made to do, with clay figures, maybe I can figure out how to do different things. Now, I don't have specific tools that I can use, so maybe I can use maybe like little toothpicks or something, and use that to make little details, such as like maybe bones, maybe a smile, something like that, something simple. But it's going to take a long time, and that's a lot of processing to go through. But that's a lot of what that is a lot of just like measurements. But I will use this because it's like a bipod, so that will support my phone. That, or I'll have someone with steady hands use it because my phone will then look like this at the point of view. So I have to actually put that in here, and it's not very stable enough, so it won't go up that far unless you put the legs back. Or oh, yep, save. Just I'll text you before I call you, okay, Alien? So that's what it'll look like. It's a little bit off-centered, which is not very pleasant, but it will work because this is actually straight as it can be. So that like this is what it's look like. That's actually what it looks like. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing stop motion animation, which means it's gonna be a lot of processing and a lot of other things, and my legs still really hurt from that run because that Maverick is really far down there. It's probably like 3 blocks or something like that. I don't know. It's probably about a mile run, half mile. I don't know. Because from my house to the school is like 2.5 miles. So running to school would take longer than just taking a car, because the car is a little bit faster than a human being, obviously. But there were something. Oh God. Yep. What do you want to tell me? I'm a little tense today, I guess. So yeah, I went for a run. Actually, Alien wanted to know how that went. It went horrible. I was dying. Like I started running and I was just like, search and destroy. Throw a grenade. Anyway, so that was where I ran at. I made sure to, yeah, just I mean, dude, you can just plug it in. But yeah, I had to run through a little bit of rain, but that's what it is. It was basically what it was. It was just rain. But that kind of helps me train a little bit for what to expect for the Spartan race, which is actually a little bit harder than you think. The Spartan race is like, from what I remember, we actually couldn't keep up. We'd have to like sit in one area for a while, and we'd wait, and then we'd move again, and then we'd go all the way quite a ways to walk, and we'd see him, and everyone was like, woo! But it's a crazy large run. Like it's larger than you think. But that's what it is because all it is literally just military training times I don't know how long. But it's like I guess it's not as bad. Tango down. Anyway, so that'll be an idea for tomorrow. Is that I'm gonna start animating stuff. I might put vocals, like I said, unless anyone wants to help me with the editing part of it, because I'm not very good at editing things, and I can't edit on my phone except for put it into a frame, send that as a video, and then I'll have to give him maybe we could just make an animation channel where it's just me and him or somebody else, and we give that email to everybody. I'm not gonna end the stream. I'm just gonna say I'm talking about it. I might get some ideas. So I want to get some ideas from viewers on how I should animate. And actually, if I wanted to, I could do a live stream, but I can't do it at the same time that I'm animating because the animations process has to be taken on my phone unless I do it in a different way. Um, but yeah, unless like I have another phone where I can log into my account, then it's not gonna take too easy. And I actually don't know my password that much, so I'm not gonna do that. Unless I start a live stream on my PS4 and I'm like, I'm just talking, but I'm not playing anything. I'll probably sit at like a home screen or something, or just have like a private party and stream on absolutely nothing. Like, I don't know. Because if I were to live stream on here, then that means I can't do the animation yet. But that also means I have to take my time to just, fiddle around, see what I would like. Because the frame, literally, this would be one movement. Because literally, this is stop motion. That's all that is. It's just it slowly moves. And you have to take a picture every second. And that's the slowest animation process that you can do, which is why it requires a lot more patience. Like, stickbot animations, to do like a full minute commercial would take at least 3 days, probably. Because, like, I tried to do that. It took, like, I don't know, 20, 25 pictures, and it was immediately suck. Yeah, I'll let you know. But yeah, literally, this is one movement for stop motion. So, I'm going to try and stay my hand here. This would be one movement. That would be an entire scene of something. So normally, like, an entire scene is cut down to a shorter version. Now in stop motion, it's literally just that's all that is. It's taking this, slowing it down, like basically turn this frame by frame, and then just taking a picture after each time you move it ever so slightly. So it's the longest animation process, but it's also the most convenient. Because a lot of other animations require big PCs or just these in general, but you can't really post them to your channel or anything. Stop motions, on the other hand, like stickbots, you could post that on like Facebook or something like that. So I'll try and do it differently. But like I said, I've used to do animations on, those stick bots that I was talking about, which is actually what this bipod is right here. That bipod. It's very small, but it's also the most convenient, like I said. But that kind of helps because then I don't need a steady hand. I can just probably put my hand right there to support it just a little bit and then poke the picture button because literally it's just taking one picture and another and another and another and then putting those into frames. And the faster you do this, it's perfect. But yeah, there was also a way I found how to make intros, but I'm not sure if I could use that to my advantage. But if I send those to Alien, maybe he could put that into an actual video and we could put that into a channel, or we could use that for another purpose. I don't know. But he would have to send me, like, I guess technically we could do this long range thing where I send it to him and he sends it to me and then I give it and then I post it on my channel and I'll actually shout him out on the channel because I know he still likes to stream. I know he still likes to do his videos. I mean, they're not very often, but we'll see. The code word from the stream is gay. No, it's not. It's not a code word gay. It's code word stop motion. That's how we do that. Anyway, so that's kind of what this will be. Is like I'll start doing stop motion animation, and later I'll expand the processes as getting to, I don't know, a larger backdrop, and maybe one day just get a green screen, which actually is a simple solution. Just get a green curtain and put that over something, and then just make that. And then we'll also be working for like actual videos. Like I could put this right here as a non-existent thing, and I can make it look like a wall or something else. Like I can make it look nice behind me, but I can't do that because there's a wall here and my bed's here, and that's not very good for when you're animating. But it'll actually kind of help in some situations where I just have like a small piece of green fabric, and I can put that in the background as well as have some on the bottom of a greener platform or something. You just said freeze, dragon, freeze. I'm like, no, that's just me standing still. Like, That is me just standing still and being very quiet. Anyway, so I'm gonna see what I have around here that I could use for a temporary amount of time. So we'll see what I have. For the most part, I might actually destroy this, which isn't very useful to me anymore, because I already have a bunch of these, just lying everywhere. Basically, I can use this. So this could be something I can use. I have a lot of other things I could use just as much, and I might be able to do something else included with this. Now I can't do blood effects yet, because that's a little bit harder to do than you think, especially with clay. Now, I know how to do it, but it takes a longer time to actually make it because the blood effect is usually very liquidy, and trying to make that liquid looking effect with that is a little bit difficult. So, I guess I could try as a simple animation process to make this filled with water. So, fill this with water, and that would just be a bunch of blue clay and just this moving it around, or just make it so it looks like a faucet. But that's a little bit harder because that stop motion would mean you'd have to either have like a slight amount of string with it. Probably a fishing wire would be what better, but that's really difficult to do because I don't have fishing wire. The best I can do is probably some kind of clear thing that is very hard to see, or have it so it's like hanging by the upper section, and then just make it so it like drops in, and I make it so it looks like it's splashing or something like that. I don't know how I would be able to do that, but it would be a possible effect that I could do. Now I would need to, kind of learn a little bit more about it. But if you kind of think about it, the processes are endless. Is like it's endless. It's basically endless possibilities I can do with stop motion. But for the most part, I might use the cup as well because I'll probably wrap it around with another green object or something, or just make it look like a normal cup, or get a normal clear cup and use that to my advantage. Because we do have cups, maybe I could find one that we don't ever use, or something like that. Something small that we can easily wash, because I know clay gets a little bit messy. Anyway, so we'll see what we can do. I'll figure it out. Okay, so let me see. Hang on, I'm gonna look around a little bit more. Because I know I have lots of paper, lots of paper. This is just the smaller amount of paper that I have. About 75% of things that I have is like paper, paper, paper. So that could be used for a lot of things. And now my battery's at 20%. Now my battery's at 20%. I might have to end the stream a little bit here, and then I'll let my phone charge later. I was trying to start a stream on my PS4, but for the most part, we have some materials that we can use for a temporary amount of time. But there's a lot of other things that I can do that's really cool with stop motion. I can make, even it included on me. Like maybe I can make it look like a tattooing parlor where I just kind of put clay laid around my arm or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see what I can do. But for the most part, I'm gonna be doing this sometime tomorrow. So if you see me active tomorrow on YouTube, it's just by posting that, as well as maybe trying to do a live stream before I'm posting it. Like I'll do a live stream on PS4 for most of the day until my dad needs to tell me, oh, let's go to the store. And then when I have to go to the store, that means I'm getting animation processes. So I will make sure he tells you a little bit about it. But I guess before we go, I'll have my dad explain what the entire thing is, the entire huge Spartan race related thing. So let me go ask my dad if he can tell us a little bit about that. I'm taking my earbuds because my phone's about to die. I don't want to be too soon about this. So I'm gonna unhinge you from my bipod for a short amount of time. Let me go see if my dad's asking. Hey Dad, do you mind telling us a little bit about the Spartan race?
Okay. It's super fun. The one we'll do is about 5K, so it's a little over 3 miles.
Okay.
So you'll run it. There'll be different obstacles. You got water pits, you got rope climb,
Isn't your bike wire as well?
you got barbed wire, you got mud pits.
Oh yeah, the mud pits.
There's the Atlas carry, which is just a really big heavy rock.
Oh, you just get carried around.
Oh, yeah. There's the sandbag carry, where you carry a sandbag up a giant hill.
Mm-hmm. I could probably do that one. You would probably have to do the rock one.
You gotta do that one.
Oh, I have to? Or you
have to do all of them.
Oh, I thought you were gonna join me, right?
I'm gonna, but you still have to do all the obstacles. That's.
Oh wait, is it like a solo thing? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I thought it was a team-based thing.
No, you go as a team.
You do it solo. Okay.
There's a rope climb. That one sucks.
Yeah, I remember.
You also have to show some of your medals sometime from those races, because then I could show them like what I might get in the future during this time. So if you don't mind, also Snivy says, "Hey,
Hi.
it's my friend Snivy."
What's up?
So
What's up, grandchild?
so yeah, that'll be what we're doing. We do a separate video on this because my phone is dying at this current moment, and he's currently playing Fallout. But later on, I think tomorrow, before I start animating, tomorrow I could do a little live stream before I start doing the animation processes, or sometime in the morning before we leave, and you could show us some of your medals, or all of them. If you know where they are. I'm pretty sure you know where they are. Obviously.
They're hanging somewhere. Wait,
Aren't they?
is one over there?
I don't know.
There
I
might
can-
be one on my desk.
I'll go look, but I won't show them your
Oh
desk.
no, I took it off my desk.
Oh, so it might be. I think I saw them in your room last time I looked.
That sounds like where I keep them.
Yeah. So we'll do that tomorrow at around probably morning, depending on what time he's up. He's probably gonna be up earlier than I am, because he has work. Not tomorrow, but he usually gets up around the same time.
I try to wake up at about 5:30.
Yeah. So what time are we gonna go get this stuff?
Well, we have to go to the pet store, and it's right next to where we're going. So
Okay, so we can do it after this.
after some breakfast.
Yeah, we'll do it after some breakfast, if I even eat breakfast. So yeah, guys, that'll be our plan. I might take a short run before I do that, because then I'm a little bit tired and it requires patience. And you know, I'll do a
You
quick run.
should take a short run.
Yeah.
Start your training now.
Yeah, I'm already starting. Like that was my second run in the beginning of this weekend. So if I just continue, I might do it on different days, because first I'll start off maybe like doing it twice a week, maybe, and then on the weekend maybe do it.
Papa's pretty excited that you're into running now.
Oh, did you tell him about that?
Uh-huh.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna end the video here because I don't want my phone to die, and I could start charging it and I could update you a little bit later. I guess later on tomorrow I'll be doing another video like this before we leave. Like, I'll probably do it, well, because I woke up at like 9 this morning, didn't I? Or was it like 8?
I don't remember.
I don't know either. But like my dad went away and then he came back and he took over the PlayStation, so I sat here for a little while. And I let him play, he came to let me play, and then that's when I figured out everything was going on.
Jump in the hole.
So actually, wasn't it before that I came back to play the games? It was like I went to take a run.
Yeah, he went and ran, and then he took a shower and came out here and was like, "I'm gonna play some games now."
Yeah, guys, I tell you, it was really hot when I was coming back. Like I just got to the coldest second. I'm just like, I'm dying. I wasn't wearing this. I might use this as a running shirt, because then as soon as I'm like really overheated, I can just unzip it and it just goes to my entire body, let it fan out a little bit more.
It's a good running shirt.
Yeah, this is a good running shirt. Plus, I could do this on warmer days as well, because then I still have, you know, coverage for the most part, and then it still get breeze for the most part as well. And like that's not too bad of an idea.
Yeah.
So I'll use this as like a running shirt for the most part, and then when it comes to like the races, we might just get a really crappy shirt that I have and use that.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's that. So we also have to start getting me like running shoes and stuff as well, because was it cross country that we were talking about? Yeah. So I'll be doing cross country. I was trying to remember what that was in the beginning, and I was just like, was that what it is? Yeah, that's what it is. So
It's where you run across the country.
yeah, I'm running across America.
Hands across America.
Anyway, so I'm gonna talk to you guys later. I hope you all enjoyed this little bit of an update, like a 30-minute video almost. So goodbye, everybody. I probably won't be as active on PS4 tomorrow, so much as it's just trying to make a simple animation project.
Simple animation project.
Well, like I said, it's stop motion, so I was trying to describe what that is. That's literally just doing this, but a lot slower and just by frame. And so yeah, I have a couple
It
applications.
took 2 hours to make. I thought it would take 2 hours to watch.
No, it doesn't take 2 hours to watch, because I also have a friend who can help me with editing part of this. So if I were to make intros for like maybe a short series on it, I could just have him make like an intro or something.
Interesting.
I don't know. He said could call him after the stream, but my phone is dying. So I'm gonna go now, charge my phone. I'll call Alien in a little bit. So bye bye.
Call Alien in a little bit.
Anyway, goodbye guys. Goodbye guys.